Hello and welcome back to Football Daily. Today is the day that the transfer window officially opens. And throughout the summer we're going to keep you up to date with all the latest news and gossip concerning some of the biggest names in football. Now let's get into this week's episode. So where else is there to start than with the most sought after footballer in the entire world? Last week it seemed like Erling Haaland had laid to bed rumours of his departure from Borussia Dortmund, telling reporters that he would respect the contract he has with the German side. But it doesn't seem to have deterred clubs from making an effort this summer before a €75 million release clause activates in 12 months' time. And the latest rumour doing the rounds concerns Chelsea, who after a successful half-season under Thomas Tuchel, resulting in Champions League triumph, are looking to strengthen ahead of a hopeful title challenge next campaign. Despite spending almost £250 million on improvements last summer, the Blues are prepared to make a move for the Norwegian international that could set the club back some £170 million. BVB chief executive Hans-Joachim Watzke has said he's spoken to Haaland's agent Mino Raiola and is confident that the 20-year-old will remain in the Bundesliga, but that hasn't stopped the mediator doing the rounds at some of Europe's biggest clubs. And despite his current club's confidence in keeping him, Chelsea are equally as confident that they can get a deal done for the star. So how does this £170 million break down? Well, £40 million of it comes in the shape of Tammy Abraham, with the English striker valued at that amount by his current employers. The 23-year-old netted just 12 goals in 32 matches across all competitions last season, appearing not to be in Tuchel's long-term plans at Stamford Bridge. The England international is up for sale and has attracted the interest from the likes of Aston Villa and West Ham. And Chelsea are willing to include their number 9 in any deal that involves Haaland. The remaining £130 million covers the fee Chelsea would pay Dortmund for their top goalscorer, as well as any agent fees or other costs that could be incurred in pushing this transfer over the line. With his contract situation in the public domain, Haaland will likely have his pick of clubs next summer, and Marina Granovskaya and co in West London are prepared to pay any premium to take him off the market now instead. As for Haaland's wages, it's believed that Raiola is chasing £300,000 a week for his client, which over the course of a 5-year deal, the contract length you'd expect him to get, comes out at almost £80 million. So the true cost of any deal would realistically trump their total outlay on players this time last year. But if Chelsea are adamant that he is the missing part of the puzzle at Stamford Bridge, it is a price worth paying. But what do you think? Should they pay whatever it takes to secure Haaland this summer? Let us know in the comments below. To Italy now as talks continue around Cristiano Ronaldo's future at Juventus. As you know, Max Allegri has returned to the hot seat at the Allianz Stadium, taking over from Pirlo, who barely led the Bianconeri to Champions League qualification. So with a new boss, Ronaldo now being 36 and UCL success unlikely, it could be in the best interests of both club and player to head in separate directions. CR7 currently has a year remaining with Juve and is still performing to the standards expected of him, winning the Serie A Golden Boot for the first time after scoring 29 goals in 33 matches, or one every 96 minutes. And it seems club chiefs are exploring the possibility of extending the Portuguese's deal with the recently dethroned champions. But Ronaldo's camp aren't willing to commit quite yet. His representatives are gouging interest from other clubs across Europe ahead of a potential move this summer. Former clubs Manchester United and Real Madrid are two of them, and PSG have reportedly also been contacted. But even for a side like PSG, wages could be a problem. Earning some $600k a week in base salary alone, combined with any potential transfer fee it could take to purchase the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner, as well as the financial impact of the pandemic, make it unlikely that any club could actually afford him. But if someone can, then Juve are already lining up their replacements for the iconic number 7. First up, they are looking to extend Alvaro Morata's stay in northern Italy, regardless of where Ronaldo's future lies. Whilst the deal struck last season with Atletico Madrid had a €45 million option to buy, it also had the option to extend the loan for a further campaign at a cost of €10 million. The Spaniard scored 11 and set up 9 last season. Allegri is also eyeing up potential moves for Gabi Jesus of Manchester City, as well as PSG's Mauro Icardi, two players that have failed to hold down a starting role for their respective clubs. Juve's interest in Icardi also stretches back to Allegri's first spell in charge at the club, before the Argentine initially moved on loan to PSG from Inter Milan. And the club might continue their trend of hoovering up Serie A's brightest young talents. The Fiorentina's Dusan Vlahovic also reported to be on the shortlist. The Serbian international moved to Florence in 2018 and has scored 29 goals in 84 matches across all competitions, although 21 of those have come since mid-December, with the 6'3" striker finally finding his feet in Italy. Who do you think Juventus should move for if Cristiano Ronaldo does leave the club? Let us know down below. One player Juventus looks set to miss out on though is Gianluigi Donnarumma. The 22-year-old goalkeeper is set to become one of the most attractive free agents on the market when his contract expires at the end of the month, having repeatedly turned down offers from his current club AC Milan over the past year. And the club now in pole position to sign Italy's number one are PSG. Maurizio Pochettino's club are understood to have offered Donnarumma a 5-year deal with a base salary of around $250k a week, more than double his current wages and some 25% more than the Rossoneri's biggest offer. Barcelona are reportedly also interested in Donnarumma, who has 88 clean sheets in 251 matches for the Serie A runners-up, but they are not expected to be able to match the offer coming in from France, which would result in another nice little payday for Mino Raiola. Fortunately for Milan though, they had anticipated this and have already signed a replacement, spending €15 million on Lille keeper Mike Mignon. Back to the Premier League now, where Liverpool are looking to strengthen following an underwhelming season in which they only secured Champions League football on the final day. Having already signed Ibrahim Konate to solve their centre-back issues, attention is now being turned to further up the pitch. The name being linked with a move to Anfield is Leeds United's Raphinha. The 24-year-old moved to Elland Road last summer, costing Marcelo Bielsa's side £17 million from Rennes on deadline day, and he immediately became an integral part of the squad. Making 26 starts across the campaign, the Brazilian scored 6 goals and set up 9, with no player in the white squad matching his assist total, which was also good enough for 6th best in the Premier League. And it's clear to see why Leeds fans took to Raphinha so quickly. Kevin De Bruyne and Jack Grealish were the only other 2 players in the division to achieve more than 1.9 shots, dribbles and key passes each every game. His 2.1 key passes a match are on par with Trent Alexander-Arnold, and his 1.9 dribbles is almost double everyone else in the Leeds team. And whilst the Yorkshire club have said Raphinha is not for sale, amidst interest from Manchester United in recent months, Liverpool might try to get creative if they make a move for the winger, by offering Harry Wilson as part of the deal. The Welshman starred on loan at Cardiff this campaign with 18 goal contributions, and at the age of 24 is expected to end his 16-year association with the Merseyside club this summer. Yet to make a league appearance for the Reds, Wilson has impressed during loan spells with Hull, Derby, Bournemouth as well as Cardiff in recent years, and is entering the final year of his contract at Anfield. Leeds are reported to be interested in the set-piece specialist, meaning this window will be the last opportunity to make some money off him. But with a value believed to be in the region of £15 million, it could still take upwards of £50 million for Jurgen Klopp to snag Raphinha. We round off this episode of Transfer Talk with the final man named to Gareth Southgate's Euro 2020 squad. Ben White has impressed all season in an otherwise disappointing season at Brighton, resulting in a deserved call-up to the England provisional squad and ultimately the open space following Trent Alexander-Arnold's withdrawal due to injury. The 23-year-old has attracted interest from Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester United following his debut Premier League campaign. After impressing on loan at Leeds in their championship-winning season, White was subject to a £25 million bid from Marcelo Bielsa's side, with the Argentine manager said to be keen to keep the centre-back at Elland Road. But that offer was rejected as Graham Potter and the rest of the Brighton hierarchy saw White as a key component of the Seagulls squad, and if any club wants him this summer, he's going to cost double. Not being under pressure to sell any players, the Sussex club have said it will take a £50 million offer for them to let him go, with reports also suggesting that he's in line for a new contract upon his return from the Euros. It appears Ben White's long-term future is in the South Coast. And that's all we have time for today, but what do you think about these potential transfers? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, do give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more great content. Bye for now.